Pretty Minds, welcome to Pretty Mindset, the channel dedicated to help women entrepreneurs to create the life and the business of their dreams. So in today's video, I'll be discussing the top 10 mistakes that the entrepreneurs make in the first year, because being an entrepreneur is so much more than attaining success. It's so much more than making the right income. It's about the lessons you learn along the way. It's about the people you meet. It's about how you change lives and how you make a positive impact in the world. So the first mistake that most entrepreneurs make in the first year is what I call the wait, is waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right time, waiting for the right people or the right moment to start something, to start your business. And the truth is, it's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have the right opportunities all aligned for you to start. So waiting for something to happen, for someone to rescue you, so for someone to help you is not always going to happen. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with the fact that your journey is not going to be perfect. You're going to be making a ton of mistakes. You're going to be hurt a lot, you're gonna sweat a lot, you're gonna put tears a lot into your business, and that's the beauty of it, even if it doesn't look beautiful, you know. And there's this great quote by Zig Ziglar that I love, and it says that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And that's something that you wanna put in your heart and you wanna strive with, because that's the truth, you know. When you look at everyone's journey, they had humble beginnings, you know. It didn't start great. They made, for example, some of the people that we love the most, they started at the very bottom. Nobody listened to them, nobody took them seriously. But look at the journey. We shouldn't look at people with where they are today. Don't compare your 100 to the 1000, you know, because it's never going to be the same. Look at the fact that you have to start somewhere, and the sooner you start, the better you're going to be in the future. Mistake number 2 that many entrepreneurs make in the first year is to choose profit over passion. And why am I saying that? Because the thing is, when you are an entrepreneur, right, you have to put a lot of hours. A lot of hours. And in some ways, sometimes in order to make your business work, you have to work more than you would at a 9 to 5. And that's the reality. Sometimes we see those people promoting the laptop lifestyle, but that doesn't happen until you get there, until you get to that threshold of success where you can truly be independent, where you've built some streams of income that are working for you, whether you are working or not. And some of us, we're not there. We are just at the very beginning. So if you are choosing profit over passion, it's going to be very excruciating for you to work, because if your only and solely motivation is money, how to say that in a nice way, if money is your only motivation, you're gonna be very frustrated, because money won't start to show up until a certain time. Sometimes it takes 1 year, it takes 2 years, 3 years, until you see like real money that can pay you bills and can really afford you a nice lifestyle. And you know, like, being an entrepreneur is hard because you have to put many hours into it. Sometimes it's about having a dream and nobody believes in it except you. So if you work only for money, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to feel drained, you're going to have to drag yourself every single day to make it work. And trust me, it's no fun. And that is why all the greats like Oprah, like Mark Zuckerberg, and so on and so forth, they always advise young entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, to look for passion, because this is what is going to drive you. That is what is going to make you wake up and make you feel excited about, yes, I'm going to build my dream a little bit more today. So you want to choose your passion, because eventually when you build that passion, when you build that business around your passion, the money will come. Eventually it will. But you have to believe in something in order to make it happen. If you just believe in money, then it's a short-term road to misery in a way, because once you get the money, then what? Then nothing, you know. You just keep on chasing money like a rat, and then you're just going to feel miserable for the rest of your life. Yes, you'll have money, but will you be happy? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Mistake number 3 that most entrepreneurs make in the first year is having a lack of resilience. So when you are an entrepreneur in the first years, and it's actually during all the years that you will be an entrepreneur, you will be faced with obstacles, challenges, setbacks, and sometimes even fears, you know? And the thing is, we always take those things as a sign that maybe we shouldn't be doing this in the first place, that maybe we're not built to be an entrepreneur. And I was guilty of this for so long. Every time I would start something and then something big would happen, I would drop. I would drop everything and, tell myself, oh, this is not for me. And then I would start something else. And then I would start something else. And then it would be the same thing. I would be faced with an obstacle and then I would give up. I would give up. I would give up. And I would quit. And I realized that maybe I'm just not supposed to quit. I'm not supposed to give up. And maybe the answer is that I need to push forward. I need to find a solution to the problem. Because when you are an entrepreneur, this is what you do. You find solution to problems. How is it that the wealthiest people are where they are today? It's because they've solved problems for other people, right? And this is what it is when you're an entrepreneur. Sometimes you're going to be faced with challenges that are going to question the person that you are, the ethics that you have, and your morals and everything else. How will you respond to those challenges? Will you run away and just call it quit? Or will you push forward and find a way to make it work, to make it happen, to go to the next step, to go to the next level? And this is what entrepreneurship is all about. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is so important, because as long as you don't understand that it is a part of the process to be faced with those things, with obstacles, challenges, and fears, but you won't go anywhere. Mistake number 4 is to not have a plan. So when you are in business, when you have a project that you want to start, you need to have a plan. And before I make this video, actually I actually watched the video that Patrick Bet-David made, and there was the 12 mistakes that he made as an entrepreneur in his first year. And he said that not having a plan, or that having a big business plan of 60 pages long explaining what you will do, blah 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 blah, is probably not the solution. And I so agree with that, because in your first year, what you need to do is to find the systems, the habits that are going to help you get those results. I'm not saying not to create a plan. I am saying that you need to create a plan that you can actually take action on, right? So instead of saying, yes, I will be doing $10,000 in my first quarter, in the second I will be making this, in the third and fourth and so on, why not create a system that will help you get to those results? Yes, have those goals, right? But create an actual plan that will help you get there. Like maybe every single day for 1 hour, every single day I will be working on this and this and that. Okay, every other 2 days I'm going to be measuring this and this and that in my business to help me see the growth of whatever it is. So I'm saying create a plan with some directives that can help you create some habits that will help you in the long run. Because if you really look at things, every business are about creating systems that work. What is going to be the system that you're going to put in place to actually get the results that you want? Mistake number 5 that most entrepreneurs make in the first year is to have a weak mindset. So in my previous video, I talked about how having a weak mindset can be very, very, very difficult for you to change your life. And even in business, especially in business, it's really, really hard, because some people, they have money, but if the money runs out, what do you do if you don't have the right mindset? It's going to be hard, because you put all your eggs in the same basket thinking that your money will be building a better business, but if you lose the money, then you have nothing left. Same thing goes for the time. If you have a lot of time in your hands, and yes, let's say tomorrow you don't have that much time anymore, you only have, let's say, 10 hours a week. If you don't have that much time, then what? It's the same thing. With the weak mindset, you won't get anywhere. You won't actually be getting the results that you want for your business. You won't be reaching that income that you've always dreamed of having. That's the same thing. But when you have the right mindset, when you have a mindset that actually empowers you, then it's a game changer, because you're gonna have a right mindset that is going to tell you all the time you can do this. All the time you're gonna have the right attitude. You're gonna have a mindset that's telling you it's possible. There's nothing worse than having a mind telling you that you cannot make it for X amount of reasons. Your mind, naturally, our minds are programmed and designed to keep us safe. And when you are an entrepreneur, that's actually the opposite. So you always have to try to step out of your comfort zone. And unless you train your mind to actually help you get out of this comfort zone, you will always be stuck. You will be stuck in mediocrity. You will be stuck in poverty in some way. You might not be poor, but you might be like stuck in a poor mindset, right? And you might never actually fulfill the potential that you always had. So, in order for you to make it as an entrepreneur, you have to develop your mindset. You have to read the right books. You have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to make sure that you have positive energy around you. You have to have the right attitude. And when you have all those things, I am not saying that it is a guarantee to success immediately. In 3 months you will be successful. No, but I am saying in the long run, that is what will set you apart from the other 90% of people. Because other people, most people, they don't have the right mindset, and that's why they never get to live the life of their dreams, because they don't believe it's possible. They don't believe that it can happen for them, even though they lived in some circumstances telling them, or some family members telling them that it's not possible for them, because this is not what we used to. We don't have money in our family. We don't have people who build things, right? So have the right mindset and you will see the difference in every aspect of your life. Mistake number 6 is doing it alone. A lot of entrepreneurs think that we have to do everything alone, like doing the back end work, the front work, like the codes and everything. And in some ways it's true. You have to wear many hats when you are an entrepreneur. But the thing is, we also build things, right? You need to build your community, and you have to realize that you cannot make it alone, because if you could, you would create your business, you will be your own customer, and you will be doing everything. At some point you might even have to hire a team, right? You cannot do everything alone. At the beginning you might have to do a lot of those things, true, but still in some way you need to find some kind of support group, that people that are doing what you want to do also, because it will move you forward and it will help you see that it's possible. And you need support, because it's hard, it's lonely to be an entrepreneur. I know I've said that earlier, but it is truly lonely. Sometimes you are working late hours and there's nobody there that believes in you. You're the only one who sees your dream in your head, and there's nobody who understands you. And somehow it is frustrating. It is great to have that dream and to have that vision, but also it is frustrating because you have no one to share it with. And when you find a community of like-minded people who tell you, yes, I'm working on this and this and that, not only it will make you feel great, it will push you to do even more, because you know that some people are doing the work and getting the results. So why wouldn't you? So I found a few communities that are really great. I would recommend, especially, I think my favorite is to go on Facebook groups, because there are groups just about anything and everything. So I'm sure you will find what it is you are passionate about and working on. And there's also, you can find a lot of, I know it's not really really a community per se, but on Quora, when you have a question or where you are inquiring about something, going on Quora and typing the question that you have on your head, you can find a lot of people having discussions. You can add your own comment, help a few people along the way if you can, and it just makes you feel great, because you're not the only one having those thoughts, right? It's like a confirmation that you're not crazy in a way, and I love that. And what else? There are also places like actually sites like Meetup, where you can actually sign up and meet people at some locations. I know I've done some networking before. It was fun and I stopped. I don't really know why. Actually, I do. It was because I thought that it was just too hard, and that's going back to the why I was giving up so much. But yeah, try to find a tribe that will help you and that will support you and cheer you on. And yeah, there's nothing like it. Like I'm still talking to a few people, and it's just great because you give advice to one another, and you can report, and it gives you some accountability also. Mistake number 7 is consistency. So the thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, right, you have to be consistent. No, I know. Everybody says the same thing. It's all about consistency. But why are we repeating the same thing? It's because it is true. It is simple, but yet it is the truth. And when you are consistent, eventually you're going to build momentum, and eventually you will reach different threshold of success. And when you build consistency, for example, let's say right now I am building a YouTube channel. If I was posting videos only 2 times out of the year, would I have the amount of subscribers that I want, the view time that I want, the success that I want, and the income that I want? No, it wouldn't make any sense. Oh, my baby is crying. Give me a break. Alright guys, I'm back. And it seems like we have a special guest around the house. Hey! And I was talking about consistency and how posting only 2 videos a year wouldn't help me see a growth. And even for any business, you need to be consistent. Let's say you don't create products, then what are you going to sell? Where is going to be the growth? And that is why you want to be consistent in everything that you do, that you know is going to push your business forward. If it is that you are writing blog posts, then you have to be consistent. If it is that you write once a week, then keep on writing once a week for 52 weeks a year. You have to put that amount of dedication, because even though you don't see it, it is those little things that actually add up. And then eventually, when people think about, yes, she's an overnight success, no, it is all those weeks that you've done the same work again and again and over again that brought you to that very result. So always be consistent in everything that you do, whether it is with your social media, with creating products, with your strategies, with everything that you do. Be consistent. Okay. Mistake number 8 is to have sorry. Mistake number 8 is to not have the right monetization strategy in place. So in the beginning, and especially that will depend on the type of business that you have. And for example, let's say you have a company that sells bags, right? Like women bags, handbags, and that type of stuff. Then you would want, from the beginning, of course, you'll have some kind of strategy for the items that you want to sell. But even so, will you be selling online? Will you have a retail store? Where can you promote to have more engagement from customers and to have more sales? Those things that there are things that you want to think about. In my case, with people who want to build personal brands, it's going to be a little bit more different, in a sense that you started from scratch, and at the beginning you might not have any products, and you are building all these things around yourself, around the community that you will have, Ismail, and the momentum that you will gain, right? So you might at some point create some courses, or you might go towards having affiliate sales or even sponsorships and that type of monetization. And you have to think of where you want to navigate yourself and create multiple streams of income, because that's what successful entrepreneurs do. They create multiple streams of incomes. Mistake number 9 is to play safe. So in order for you to become more successful and to get to where you want to be faster, you have to take risks sometimes, and you have to put yourself out there. And what do I mean by risk is, you have to promote the hell out of yourself, because no one is there to do it for you. And that means, putting yourself out there in Instagram, in all your social media, you know, trying to promote yourself in places you didn't think about before. Maybe you are going to an event, have some personal cards prepared, have some flyers maybe to an event you are hosting or something. Every opportunity that you have to promote yourself in a business is the one that you should take regardless, because you never know where your luck is going to come from, and you never know what opportunity awaits you with the person that's on your right at the conference or the person you're talking with online. You never know what a relationship can take you to. You never know. Some people have made millions just talking to the right person, and sometimes that's all it takes, talking to the right person who wants to use your products maybe in some of the campaigns. Maybe it's talking to you about a business opportunity, but how would you know if you never take those risks? You will never know. And that's why it's very important, because the more you talk about yourself, the more you spread your message. Last tip, and tip number 10, is to control your time. So I said earlier that the best asset that you have is your mindset, and then I think it is time, because when you have time to do the right things and when you use your time properly, then you can truly move mountains. I think it's really important to take a minute, look at the things that you do in general, and then see where you can cut back. Maybe you have many distractions in your life, things like staying on social media too long, on watching TV for too long, on talking to the wrong people for too long, and so on and so forth. How can you use your time to the best of your ability to make more sales, to connect more with your customers, to build a community, to build the brand that when you hear the name, you know, oh, I know that's the girl that does that. Oh, she's the girl who's building this and this and that. You want to be the go-to person in your topic. You want to make sure that when people want to find out about something, they want to get to know you. They want to get to buy your products. And in order for you to get to that level, you need to use your time wisely. So use a calendar as much as you can. Try to refer to your calendar and maybe block time, you know, like in 1 hour slot where you are. Yes, I know it might sound a little too much, a little like, yes, there's no spontaneity here, and that's the truth. At the beginning you might not have a lot of free time, but you have to think of the growth you will see. You have to think of the things that you need to do, because at the beginning there's a lot of things to do. You have to build the foundation of your business, and that's the hardest part, and that's the part that takes the most time, because you start from nothing. And you want to use your time to be on social media. You want to build your time to make more sales. You want to build your time to maybe have a blog or special place, where a special platform where you can truly spread your message and create some kind of authority for yourself. So don't be afraid to take control back of your time. And I think that's all for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, tell me which one of these habits are you guilty of, and let me know where you are in your journey. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up please, because that really encourages me to make more videos, more content, and to really do my best for you guys. And don't forget also to subscribe, because I want to help you guys. I want us to do this journey together, and unless you press that subscribe button and that bell, then we won't be in this journey together. So I think that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, bye. Please, this is my